Good evening. It's Friday, September 4, 2020 here in Cebu City. I'm Cherry Ann Lim, and here's all you need to know in Newsbits tonight. Local officials in Cebu will conduct separate investigations on the use of Dolomite boulders in Cebu for the Manila Bay Rehabilitation Project. Here's Chari Coronel for the details.
Local officials in Cebu will be conducting separate investigations on the use of Dolomite boulders from the province for the Manila Bay Rehabilitation Project. Provincial Board member John Ismael Borgunya, who chairs the Committee on Environment and Natural Resources, said they have yet to verify from what part of Cebu the Dolomite was sourced out. The national government earlier received backlash following reports that the Department of Environment and Natural Resources filled Manila Bay's beach line with white sand as part of its rehabilitation program. Borgonya said as far as the Cebu provincial government is concerned, no undertaking was made to allow dolomite from the province to be mined and be used for the project. He said securing a permit to mine or quarry minerals from Cebu is a tedious process. The province only has jurisdiction for small-scale mining operations or those operating only within 5 hectares of mining area. Only the Mines and Geosciences Bureau has total jurisdiction to large-scale mining operations. Based on the province's records, only the town of Alcoy has a mining industry that is totally dependent on dolomite. DENR Undersecretary Benny Antiporda said crushed dolomite boulders from Cebu were used in Manila Bay. He said the ongoing overlaying of sand is expected to be finished before September 19 and the area will be opened to the public before the end of the year. The DENR is seeking to reduce the coliform level in Manila Bay to less than 270 most probable number per 100 milliliters and in all esteros or waterways leading to the bay to 100 mpn or 100 ml. Environmentalists criticized DENR's project, calling it an artificial rehabilitation focusing on aesthetic appearance rather than addressing the environmental degradation problems. Chari Coronel, Newsbits Tonight.
Devotees of the Holy Child can now attend Mass at the Basilica Minore del Santo Nino de Cebu after churches and other religious organizations were allowed to hold activities at up to 50% of capacity under modified general community quarantine status. Here's Kenneth Torres for the details.
The Basilica Minore del Santo Nino de Cebu is now allowed to have 1,000 attendees for every Mass schedule starting today. Last September 1, Cebu City Mayor Edgardo Labella has issued an executive order outlining his modified general community quarantine policies, which allowed churches and other religious organizations to hold masses and other gatherings at up to 50% seating capacity. Reverend Father Aladin Luzon, OSA, said 1,000 is a little lesser than the actual 50% of the Pilgrims Center holding capacity before Cebu City was placed under MGCQ. The Basilica can only accommodate 10% of its capacity, or 350 persons every Mass schedule. The Basilica opens from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. All areas in Central Visayas is under MGCQ status until September 30. Luzon said the same health and safety protocols will be observed inside the Basilica. The movement of the pilgrims and devotees inside the Pilgrim Center will be controlled, and they will only be allowed to enter in limited areas. The Basilica implements no loitering, no overcrowding, no picture taking, and no touching of religious images. Those who want to light candles may enter using a separate entrance. Kenneth Torres, Newsbits Tonight.
The drive-through vehicle renewal facility of the LTO in Central Visayas will suspend operations to calibrate the system to accommodate the increasing number of clients. Here's Chari Coronel for the details.
The Land Transportation Office Central Visayas said it will temporarily suspend the operation of its drive-through vehicle renewal facility located in Barangay Subang Dako, Mandawi City for the calibration of their systems processes to accommodate the increasing number of clients. The agency said the last day of receiving of transactions will be at 5 p.m. tomorrow. LTO Central Visayas Director Victor Caindex said the drive-through facility for the vehicle registration renewal started last July 6 after the Mandawi City Council passed a resolution allowing the drive-through system in the city. As of September 3, the drive-through service has served a total of 5,075 clients. A vehicle will only need 45 to 50 minutes to process the renewal. The system is only applicable to renewing vehicle registration and not for new vehicle registration. Vehicle owners should bring a clear copy of their certificate of registration and official receipt, insurance certificate of cover, emission test result, and stencils of chassis and engine number. Chari Coronel, Newsbits Tonight.
More stories in Newsbits Tonight after this short break. For the latest in sports, here's Kenneth Torres.
Kawhi Leonard scored 29 points as the Los Angeles Clippers rolled past the Denver Nuggets 120-97 in Game 1 of NBA Western Conference semifinals. Paul George scored 19 points and Marcus Morris added 18 for the Clippers. Los Angeles shot 57% from the field in an effort that convinced coach Doc Rivers that his team has adjusted and is in the proper frame of mind. Nikola Jokic scored 15 points for the Nuggets, who just shot 42%. Denver's starters combined to score just 57 points on 20 for 48 shooting. Denver was just coming off a 7-game series with Utah that just ended Tuesday. Jamal Murray, who averaged 31.6 points in the first round and scored at least 50 points twice in that series, finished with just 12 points on 5 for 15 shooting. The Clippers took charge in the second quarter, outsourcing the Nuggets 38-20 to take a 69-51 lead at halftime. Denver was held to 25% shooting into the second quarter. The Clippers continued to dominate in the third quarter, holding the Nuggets to 16 points in the period and taking a 91-67 lead into the fourth. Los Angeles' biggest lead in the quarter was 29 points. Kenneth Torres, Newsbits Tonight.
To get the latest, visit www.sunstar.com.ph. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media accounts on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Cherry Ann Lin. Good evening.